In the back? In the back?
Favorite lines?
I like waiting out in front of
I knew
the
you
day.
would ask that question eventually.
Favorite lines?
Wow. There's so many.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Where do you start?
Look at me. You do it.
I always liked in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe when my character Skeletor would call Trapjaw a metallurgical miscreant.
Trapjaw, you metallurgical miscreant. Catch my ambrosia now.
That's awesome.
Something fun about, it's for other people.
Favorite lines? Yeah, there's been a bunch. I mean, again, Mulaflaga, he's the man. He's the man. So that line, hey, the Hawk of Endymion, I'm the guy who makes the impossible possible. Of course, that's one of my favorite lines. But there was another line I did in a movie called Ark, which was an animated feature we did, and James Woods was in that, and he was the good guy, and I was the big bad guy in it. And there's a scene where I'm torturing some people to death. Quite nice, family-friendly kind of show, obviously. And and he tortures this guy, and his wife or sister or something starts to cry. And so the character I played named Bear Amanda turns to the weeping woman and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Was that your husband or your father, perhaps? Oh, I'm sorry. How terrible for you." So that's a line that works really good on chicks in bars. That's my pickup line. So I'm still single is the point.
We're so sorry for you.
Sam?
I see it. This
question's
I'm
like
uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know. I usually just have a little tag like for characters when I'm getting into them, like for Double D, I'll be oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh boy, and it just I don't have actual lines. It's just like little phrases. Well, greetings and salutations, everyone, or whatever it is. So I don't actually have a line of dialogue that I like particularly.
I hate it all.
Not just
part of the realization.
that's not a knock on the writing, but
Lack thereof.
lack thereof. But no, sorry. I don't. You.
I think as Ash, my favorite part was because I loved his relationship with Pikachu. I loved how when he would go, "Hey, buddy," it was so cute. "You deserve a good long rest. Great job." Or like, "Hey, Brocco," silly things like that. But otherwise, no, I don't have any. Those phrases don't ever stick with me at all.
Yes, you would.
This kind of helps out with the want to be character. So you said everyone's good friend and all, but is there a character that you really want to play? Like
That you wish you had been cast as to play that character.
But it's like a little dream when you're a kid, or you're just what's a character that you haven't played that you want to play?
This show that I think is just being released now, this Astonishing X-Men, when I auditioned for it, as I said, on Colossus on that, which is pretty cool. Colossus is pretty cool. But I was up for Wolverine. I was up for Wolverine, and I thought I had a real good shot at that. They said, "You got a real good shot, kid. Snick, get ready for the Snick." No Snick. No Snick. A tremendous actor, again, one of our guys, Brian Drummond, winds up playing him. Much to Scott McNeil's chagrin, but I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. But Brian, of course, does a bang-up job, and just his sort of natural voice was really, really close to sort of the reference that they gave. So, as much as I love being part of that show, and as much as I love playing Colossus, it's one of those things where I say to people, "Hey, I'm in the X-Men cartoon." They go, "Oh yeah, who do you play?" And I go, "Colossus," and they go, "Is he the..." But if you say Wolverine, "Oh yeah, that's awesome, Stick with the thing and the thing," and I don't get that. So, yeah.
It's okay. It's not a particular character that it's usually a type of character that I want to try out. So, I mean, I like it because usually I'm playing like the the lead kind of young hero type, which is great, but sometimes you want to be a bad guy, and I've had a chance to do that a couple of times, and so that's always fun when you get to break out of what you're, because we all have our kind of things that we do really well, and we do it consistently, but sometimes you get a shot at doing something else, and it makes you happy, because you get to stretch a different muscle, so if you get to play a maniacal bad guy, you're happy, or even if it's just something that you don't normally get to do, you're always a little happy about that. So that's what I have to say.
I'm just trying to think of something that I really wanted. I mean, there was a lot of shows that I watched. I was always a huge fan of Samurai Jack and stuff like that. Like, wishing one day I could get on that show.
Did he even speak on that show, though?
Well, there's a lot of sword sounds.
I always wanted to be the sword.
Maybe I should have been a Foley artist instead. But in general, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what I've had over the years, so I can't complain too much. But it's true, though. I mean, there's that other side of the fence that you never get. There's a lot of characters that Sam's played. I wish I really had a chance to play.
Really? I didn't know.
You're far too masculine and manly.
But I could never do that range, so I just have to sit and admire the masterful job he does. Son of a. But I mean, in general, no, I'm pretty happy with the way things have been going. So, yeah.
I'd definitely like to have a stretch, something that's very different from who I actually am. And I think I've always wanted to play some kind of superheroes. So that's where I would like to go. Superheroes, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, you name it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the whole of just... Right in the back, yeah.
Hello.
Sorry. Here?
Well, no, he's
Okay, here.
My question for Veronica. Other than Pikachu, what would be yours or Ash's most
Favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Pikachu totally tops the list. Lapras, because you get to ride around on Lapras. Charmander. Yeah, I would say those are my favorites. Trico. I love lizards. That would be one of my favorites. But Lapras, maybe I could ride that to work. That would be a great thing for me. Other than a magic carpet, it's probably the next best thing.
The girl in the back of the striped shirt next to the guy with the incredibly thick hair. No, the woman in the striped. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a request for Veronica Taylor.
Uh-huh.
And we know it'll never happen, but could you do a confession to Misty?
No, absolutely not. Because there's no way that I or Ash could ever say something to Misty that would be more like, get off my back! I mean, you're my friend, but no, I certainly could never do something like that. Because somewhere it will get misplaced. And